Day 14, just got done with the gym. Interesting scenario from yesterday. I had my C300, which came back from a Valentine's Day booking, which was from Friday to Monday. When it came back, the car reeked of weed. You could see little bits of weed that was left behind and ash and whatnot. So took the proper photos, submitted that for a cleaning fee. All was good. And it was interesting because for the first time I actually got a message from the renter saying, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you got the cleaning fee, and I wanted to apologize for smoking in the car. I didn't read the listing properly, and everything was great. We really loved the car. We loved renting from you and want to rent from you again. So that is the first time I've had a renter really acknowledge the fact that they smoked and that they apologized about that. And I guess they didn't mind paying the $150 in cleaning. So it was interesting. All right, so end of day 14 on the 75-day challenge. For those of you that are just tuning in and have no idea what the heck I'm talking about or what all these daily videos under my channel are, it's the 75-day challenge that I came across from this guy named Andy Frisella. You can find the link in the description about exactly what it is, but basically it's 5 things that you have to do every single day for 75 days straight, and if you mess up even on the smallest thing, you have to start all over again, because the premise of the challenge is that you have to execute on all 5 things no matter what. Doesn't matter what the circumstances. You could be sick, you could be swamped with work. I mean, it could be a million different things, but you have to get it done to really get into that mindset of executing no matter what. And the challenge consists of 5 things. The 5 things are taking a progress picture of yourself every day, doing 2 workouts every day. Each one is 45 minutes. One has to be outdoors. And then the other one could be either indoors or outdoors, doesn't matter. You have to read 10 pages a day of sort of like a self-help type book. You have to drink a gallon of water per day. And I'm totally blanking out on what the 5th thing is. Read 2 workouts, take a photo of yourself, drink a gallon of water. Oh yes, and pick a diet and stick to it for the 75 days. So for me in particular, it is really about limiting my carb intake, specifically as it pertains to sugar and sweets, because that is my arch nemesis. So that's kind of what I'm working with on my diet. Okay, so now that we've got that over with, I have been reading The Wealthy Gardener, which is literally one of the best books that absolutely nobody knows about out there. And so this new lesson, for anyone that is reading along, I am on lesson 4.1 and it's called Purpose, and I absolutely love this. I'm going to read actually a few paragraphs because there was so much of this that was really good, and then I'll go over it. It goes, "It is tempting to say, like the masses believe, that I sacrifice my time at a job to provide for my family. This is a delusion. The daily job is not a sacrifice because it is mandatory to one's basic survival. We must do it, even without a great cause, because we have no choice. The 40-hour week of work, like it or not, is a requirement of staying alive on this planet, not a personal sacrifice. The price of financial prosperity, the real sacrifices for abundance, comes from the impact of our free hours. During my evenings and weekends, I gravitated into real estate rentals and flipping houses when I could have done other things. I recall sunny Saturday afternoons spent in renovation projects. I started to wonder if it was all worth it. Why was I killing myself with this work?" This is so weird how he talks about doing rentals, because that totally resonated with me. And it's so funny because I get asked all the time, to do things on the weekend, go to the mall with my sisters or go out to dinner or whatever it is. And, most weekends I always have to tell people that I'm on such an opposite schedule from everyone else, because my weekends are usually the busy time for work. That's when I don't have time to really socialize or do anything else or go see anybody, because, I'm busy getting my cars in and out for the weekend. That's my money-making time. So I really resonated with that for sure. And then finally it ended with this part. "Isn't it paradoxical that a purpose outside of ourselves motivates our most sacred efforts, which in turn provides a sense of fulfillment? Life becomes harder for us when we live for others," said Albert Schweitzer.
but it also becomes richer and happier. The life lesson, purpose. I saw that prosperity required sustained inconveniences, but I was driven by causes greater than my comfort. So basically, he just talks about how in life, to really live out your full life and, to sort of explore everything that you have to offer, you really have to discover your purpose, and that purpose comes from selflessness. And there are so many good books that go into finding your purpose. And when I first kind of came across this idea of finding whatever your purpose is in life, and how that is, as a human being, should be one of your only missions in life, or one of your big important missions in life, is to find your purpose. Actually, it's so funny. This is the book Alchemist, super famous, and same author wrote The Pilgrimage, and I don't know why my I voted sticker is on there, but both books kind of dive into those concepts. And I just realized this as I pulled this out, that the back of this book, from The Alchemist, it quotes, "To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation." So I think that's probably what I was trying to paraphrase, but that's what this whole book is about, is kind of discovering your purpose as a human and living your life based on that, to, really use yourself for a greater purpose in this life, while you're here on this earth, and to kind of serve that purpose while you're still living. So a really good chapter there. And that is it for me for day 14. I just finished my walk prior to this. One thing I'm noticing, now that I am 2 weeks into this challenge, I guess, is that I'm really looking at efficiency. So I've noticed that any downtime that I had prior to this, I'm usually filling up with whatever it is I have to do for this challenge. So it's like, if I have like maybe an hour gap in between rentals, I'm usually running to the gym to squeeze in my workout. Right now, I had a car come back at 9 p.m., so I timed it out perfectly. 8:15, I was out the door, and I was like, I'm gonna just keep walking, do my outdoor workout until this car comes back. So I did my 45-minute walk, car came back, grabbed the car, came back home, did my reading, and then I'm gonna call it a night in terms of the challenge, because I'm done with everything. But yeah, I've noticed I find myself really trying to fill all the gaps in my day with everything that needs to get done. And I'm kind of getting better at not procrastinating things and kind of leaving them to the last minute. And it's funny because it's affected my work too. So anything that I really have to do for work, I don't kind of let it linger. I just kind of take care of it, because I don't know always how my days are going to go, especially if I have cars that are available and that could get rented. So I find myself just kind of constantly thinking, okay, let me just get this done, let me get this done, because I could be busy later, which is a really nice effect that this challenge has had. So I'm kind of liking the results already, but it's only 2 weeks in, got quite a ways to go still. But that is it for day 14, and that is it for me. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. I actually have, I would say, 2 really good Turo videos that I'm going to post tomorrow about some interesting stuff. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.